Hey everyone, today I have for you guys my January Boxycharm unboxing. I'm going to be showing you all the products that we got in the box this month, and I'm also going to be trying them out on my face. This is the look that I created using all of the products. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we got this month is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer. So Dr. Brandt is a more high-end skincare brand, and I have tried like their exfoliators and things like that. So definitely excited to try this out. It says that it delivers a natural radiant glow while blurring pores and imperfections for a beautifully illuminated, flawless complexion. So I think I'm just gonna apply this with my fingers. I really like this packaging. It feels really nice. So as you can see, it's like a nude color. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was gonna be like white for some reason. So I'm just going to rub it between my fingers and apply this all over my face. It smells really good. So it feels nice. I feel like it's kind of hydrating. It does feel tacky, so I do feel like my foundation is going to stick really well to this. Okay, so now I'm going to go apply some foundation and concealer, and I will be right back. So for foundation, I went in with my Gorgeous Cosmetics Base Perfect Foundation, and then I just applied some Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer underneath my eyes, and then set it with my Coty Airspun Powder. So I feel like the primer made my skin look super smooth. My foundation applied super easily on top of it, so I'm really liking that so far. So the next thing that came in our box this month is this Pure Bronze and Brighten Cheek Palette. So basically this is just a face palette that has a blush, a highlight, and bronzer in it. They're all really shimmery, so I'm kind of nervous about that. It says that this retails for $34, so it is a more high-end product. So I'm first going to go in with this bronzer over here, and this is in the shade Mineral Glow. Wow, I was expecting something completely different. I feel like it looks a lot different on the face than it did in the palette. When you swatch these with your finger, they're like insanely pigmented. They're super creamy. So obviously I was really worried about how this would look on my face because it is so pigmented, but it's definitely not bad. I thought it was gonna be like crazy, but it looks fine. So now I'm gonna go in with the blush shade over here. This is shimmery as well, so I'm kind of nervous. I feel like the blush shade is super pretty. I would prefer a less shimmery blush. So now I'm going to go into the highlight shade right here with a Real Techniques setting brush. I was expecting something a little more bright and blinding because it looks like really pigmented in the pan. And when you swatch it on your finger, I mean, look at that. That's crazy. I feel like this palette might have made a little bit more sense in like a spring or summer month because they're all so shimmery. But right now it's like winter, so I wouldn't really be going for a shimmery bronzer, blush, and highlighter. I do like the shade of this highlighter though. I feel like it's really pretty. So the next thing that came in the box this month is this IT Cosmetics Brow Power Universal Eyebrow Pencil. So here is what it looks like. It just comes in this box. All of the brands that we're getting this month are like super high-end brands, so that's really exciting. I love whenever we get higher end brands and like more well-known brands. So this is in the shade Universal Taupe, which will probably work for me. So there is a spoolie on one end, which is good. And then here is the pencil. That is a lot thicker than I thought it was gonna be. So the color looks like a good match. I normally do like a taupe color on my eyebrows. I feel like the oval tip was a little bit hard to use, but maybe that was just because it was my first time using it. So the price of the brow pencil is $24. So the next thing that we got in the box this month is this Crown Pro Glam Metals eyeshadow palette. I didn't even know that Crown Brush made makeup. So this is supposed to be like a smoky eye eyeshadow palette. So it just has this outer packaging, And then when you open it up, here are all of the shades that come in this palette. So I think that this black is like the only matte. This one over here looks almost like a satin. I can't really tell. So the mirror in here though is super cute. It's in the shape of a guitar, which is super creative. I really like that. So since most of these shades are shimmery eyeshadows, I don't really feel like I can create like a complete look with it. So I'm gonna go in to my Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette and kind of use some mattes from here to kind of start everything out. So I'm first gonna go in with the shade Just Peachy. So with a little bit smaller of a brush, I'm going to go in with the shade Fresh Picked, and I'm going to put this directly into my crease. With that same brush, I'm going to pick up a little bit of Just Right, and I'm going to put this on my outer corner and blend it into my crease. So now I'm going to switch over to the Glam Metals palette, and I'm going to pick up the shade The Wicked, and I'm going to put this on my outer corner as well. The shade's definitely not, oh, I don't know if y'all can even see, but there's a ton of fallout on my face now. The shade's definitely not as buttery and pigmented as the Too Faced ones. So now I'm just going to pick up a little bit of the black and put that on my outer corner. So I'm not really the biggest fan of those two shades that I just used from this palette, but now I'm going to try some of the shimmery shades. So I'm going to go with the shade Rebel, and I'm going to put this on the inner half of my lid. It looks super pretty and pigmented on my finger, and I'm just going to apply it with my finger. So the shade's super pretty, but there is a lot of fallout on my face. I really like how like foiled this shade is. Now I'm gonna put Wild Thing on the outer half of my lid. So here are what the eyes look like so far. The only real shade that I've liked that I've tried out of these is the gold one. I don't know, I just feel like this would be a really hard palette to create like a full look with, because you don't really have those matte, you know, crease shades and things like that. I'm gonna go ahead and do my lower lash line and then apply some mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, so the price of the eyeshadow palette is $25, which I honestly don't think that I would pay that much for that eyeshadow palette. So the last thing that came in the box this month is this Girlactik matte lip paint, which I'm actually super excited about because I really like the Girlactik liquid eyeliner. I didn't know that they had liquid lipstick, so I'm super excited to try this out. Here's what the packaging looks like. I think it's super pretty and simple. The shade also looks really pretty. It smells really good. So here is what the lip color looks like. I am loving it. Like, I seriously think it looks so good. It applied really easily, and it's not drying at all on my lips, but it's definitely completely transfer proof. If I touch and rub my lips, there is nothing on my fingers. I don't really know why Girlactik is not talked about more on YouTube. They have a really great liquid liner, so I was so excited to try out their liquid lipstick. So those are all of the products that we got in our Boxycharm for the month of January. I feel like this month's box was way better than last month's. I don't know, I just wasn't a big fan of last month's box. I feel like it was kind of a letdown, like there weren't that many good products, but I feel like they really stepped it up this month. We got a lot of high-end and good brands. We got It Cosmetics, Dr. Brandt, Girlactik, Pure. So I was super excited to get all of these brands in this month's box. Definitely my favorite things that we got this month are the primer and of course the Girlactik liquid lipstick. This might be one of my favorite things we got. And then I do like this Pure face palette. I know a lot of people were like, we don't really want another face palette, but I feel like the product is definitely better than some of the other face palettes we've gotten, like the blush palette we got in last month's box. As for the eyebrow pencil, I feel like I'm almost like undecided on how I feel about this. Personally, I don't really use eyebrow pencils that often. I'm not like a big fan of like more natural looking brows. I kind of prefer my brows to be more defined. That's why I like to use Dip Brow. And then I'm not really sure about this palette either. I just feel like you can't create that many looks with it just because most of the shades in the palette are all shimmery shades. Don't get me wrong, I feel like the shade selection here, they're all like super pretty and fun, but you would definitely have to use other eyeshadow palettes. The two like kind of matte shades in this palette were not very pigmented and they were a little bit patchy. There was a lot of fallout with all of the shades from this palette, so keep that in mind. You probably would want to do your eyes first if you were going to use this palette. So the total value of this month's box was $144, which is amazing considering we pay $21 a month to get this. I feel like this is one of my favorite boxes that we've gotten in a long time. I just really liked the different kind of products we got. We hadn't got a primer in a long time. I know we get lip products a lot, but this one is just super awesome to me because of the brand. I was really excited to try it. I really like that a lot. So yeah, overall I feel like this box was super awesome this month. Definitely a step up from last month, and hopefully next month will be even better. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you got anything different in your box. I'm not really sure if there were any variations of products in the box this month. As always, please give this video a thumbs up, and I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you can receive notifications of when I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching.